What happens when a billionaire's spoiled son burns a black waitress with hot coffee on purpose, and has no idea the quiet customer behind him is a Japanese mafia boss with a canine who can smell lies? Tyler Grant laughed after the cup slipped, then leaned close and whispered, "Clean it up, or you're done." The restaurant went silent. Phones lowered. People stared at their plates like they suddenly forgot how to breathe. The manager rushed over, not to help the waitress, but to protect Tyler. "Sir, please, we'll handle it," he said, already blaming her with his eyes. The waitress, her name tag said Maya, did not cry, did not beg, and did not yell. She pressed her palm against the counter like she was steadying herself, and her voice stayed calm. "I need a towel," she said. Tyler rolled his eyes and flicked a few bills onto the table like he was feeding a stray animal. "That should buy you a new, whatever," he sneered, making sure everyone heard. A couple at the corner tried to stand up, then sat back down when Tyler's bodyguard took one step forward. That was the moment the canine's nails clicked once on the floor. A deep, controlled growl followed, not loud, but sharp enough to cut through fear. Tyler turned, annoyed, and froze. A man stood behind him, tall and still, with eyes that didn't move the way normal people's eyes moved. Beside him sat the canine, locked in, watching Tyler's hands. The man spoke softly, almost politely. "You dropped more than coffee," he said. Tyler tried to laugh it off, but the sound came out thin. "Who are you supposed to be?" The man did not answer the challenge. He nodded at the canine, who walked forward and stopped at Tyler's designer bag. The dog sniffed once, then sat and alert. The mafia boss's voice stayed calm. "My dog is trained to find what people hide when they think they are untouchable." Maya finally lifted her eyes, and for the first time, Tyler saw something that didn't match the role he thought she played: focus. Not fear. Focus that looked like a plan. Tyler grabbed his bag fast. "Get your mutt away from my stuff," he snapped, stepping back. But the canine didn't move. The dog's stare held Tyler like a trap. The manager stammered, "Sir, we don't allow animals," and the Japanese man cut him off with a small gesture. "You allow cruelty," he said. "So you allow my dog." Tyler's bodyguard reached for the bag, and Maya spoke again, louder now. "Don't touch it," she warned, and the room snapped to her voice. Tyler blinked. "What did you say?" Maya straightened slowly, still pressing her hand, still controlled. "I said don't touch it," she repeated. Tyler's smile came back, meaner. "Or what? You'll call the police? My father owns half of them." The mafia boss finally gave his name, like a judge reading a sentence. "Kenji Sato," he said, and even people who had never heard of him felt the weight of it. Tyler's face flickered. He had heard the name. His father had cursed it in private. Maya reached under the counter and pulled out a small device that looked like a restaurant pager. She clicked it once. "Actually," she said, "I already called." Tyler scoffed, but then Maya's voice changed, not louder, just sharper, like steel sliding out of a sheath. "Maya Brooks. CBI." A few people gasped. Tyler laughed like it was a joke. "CBI? You're a waitress." Maya held up a badge from her pocket, fast and clear. "Undercover," she said. "I've been serving tables for 6 weeks, waiting for one delivery boy who thinks he's a prince." Tyler's throat tightened. "You can't," he started, but the canine stood and moved closer again, nose hovering over Tyler's bag. Kenji's eyes stayed on Tyler's face, reading every twitch. "Tonight, you brought the evidence yourself," Kenji said. "You were told to keep it hidden. You failed." Tyler tried to bolt toward the door, and that's when the dog snapped its head up and barked once, one hard warning. Tyler stopped like he hit a wall. Maya didn't chase him. She didn't need to. "Tyler," she said, using his first name like she'd known him forever, "you're not just a bully. You're a courier." Tyler's hands shook as he opened the bag, trying to prove it was empty, but Maya stepped forward and said, "Don't open it." "Not yet." She looked at the manager and then at the crowd. "Does anyone here have a phone recording what happened?" A teenager raised his hand slowly. Maya nodded. "Good. Don't stop. Kenji leaned closer to Tyler and spoke so quietly only Tyler could hear. You burned her hand to show power, he said. Now watch your power burn you. The front door swung open, and a group of plainclothes officers moved in, fast but calm, like they had practiced this 100 times. Tyler's bodyguard tensed, but Kenji lifted 2 fingers, and the K9 stepped between them, silent and steady. Maya nodded at the lead officer. Target confirmed, she said. Bag is the package. Tyler's voice cracked. My dad will ruin you, he shouted, desperate now. You don't know who you're messing with. Maya looked at him with something almost sad. I know exactly who, she said. That's why I'm here. The lead officer secured the bag and opened it carefully. Inside was a small metal case, sealed, no label. What is it? Someone whispered. Maya didn't answer right away. Kenji did. A list, he said. Names, payments, routes. The kind of list that buys silence. Tyler's face went gray. No, he stammered. I didn't know, my dad just said. Maya cut him off. You knew enough to humiliate people. You knew enough to hurt someone you thought was less. That is how your father built his empire, one scared person at a time. Then came the twist Tyler never saw coming, the burnt hand. Maya pulled a clean cloth from the counter, pressed it once, and a thin strip of special tape came off with it, like she had planted it there. The tape had a faint residue from the coffee, exactly what she needed. You see this, she said to the lead officer. His cup. His fingerprints. His DNA. We needed him to make contact with the case so we could tie him to the transfer. Tyler's jaw dropped. You wanted me to spill it? Maya's eyes didn't soften. I didn't want you to hurt anyone, she said. But I knew you would show your true self the moment you thought you were safe. Kenji stepped forward, and for the first time his voice carried a different emotion, not anger, not pride, but pain. Your father's network took people, he said. Not just money. People. Tyler started crying, calling for his father, promising anything. Maya didn't celebrate. She turned to the crowd instead. Someone here wanted to stand up, she said, looking at the couple who had hesitated. Next time, don't sit back down. Kindness is not a feeling. It is an action. The manager tried to apologize, but Maya held up her hand. Save it, she said. Your silence was your choice. Kenji whistled once, and the K9 returned to his side. Come again, mission complete. As Tyler was let out, he looked back at Maya like he was finally seeing her. Why didn't you just hate me? He choked. Maya answered with the simplest truth in the room. Because hate is how men like your father win, she said. Justice is how we stop him. And if you felt that moment in your chest, if you believe kindness and karma always come back around, then like, share, and subscribe, because the next story might remind someone to do the right thing before it's too late.